FSDA, Government of Uttar Pradesh, to talk on the strengthening the ecosystem in Uttar Pradesh. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. Before we begin with this session, I would like to welcome the distinguished dignitaries seated on the dais. Shri Avnish Awasthi ji, Ms. S. Aparna, Secretary Pharmaceuticals, Government of India, Shri Muneshwar Singh, General Manager, Teva, Gajrala, UP, Dr. Sanjay Singh, CEO, Genova Biopharmaceuticals Limited, Maharashtra, Dr. Rajiv Singh Raghuvanshi, Secretary cum Scientific Director, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, Government of India, Shri Alok Kumar, Principal Secretary, Planning and Department of Science and Technology. I extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries seated on the dais and to all the delegates present here for this session on pharmaceuticals and biotechnology, strengthening the ecosystem in Uttar Pradesh. Our Honorable Prime Minister has set a visionary goal to make our country a $5 trillion economy, $5 trillion economy with a great emphasis on creating a self-sufficient Atmanirbhar Bharat. In the pharmaceutical and medical device sector, it is evident that we have to travel a long road ahead because our dependency on import of bulk drugs, majorly from China, is around 70%. In 2018-19, the government had informed Lok Sabha that the country's firms imported bulk drugs and intermediates worth $2.4 billion from China. Likewise, more than 80% of medical devices are imported into India. In the year 2021, the import bill was nearly 45,000 crores and rupees 63,000 crores in 21-22. And typically imports from other countries, especially China, have risen yearly in the last few years. And during the COVID-19 crisis, the medical imports were greatly increased. This is a situation which needs to be corrected, and for this, our Honorable Prime Minister has envisioned a visionary goal towards making our country self-reliant, Atmanirbhar, in pharmaceuticals and various other capacities. And this dream can be realized and made possible only with a major contribution from the state of Uttar Pradesh. In this context, the Government of India has come up with new schemes in the pharmaceutical sector in the year 2021 in order to give a push to the manufacturing of key starting materials, drug intermediates, active pharmaceutical ingredients, and medical devices in the country. And for this, schemes such as bulk drug parks, medical device parks, production-linked incentive schemes for bulk drugs and medical devices were launched. These schemes have been thought of in order to give a robust ecosystem for the pharmaceuticals manufacturing industry in the country and also reducing the manufacturing cost. In Uttar Pradesh, a medical device park is being established by Yamuna Expressway Industrial Development Authority for target segments of medical devices in cancer care, radiotherapy, radiology and imaging medical devices, nuclear imaging devices, anesthetics and cardiorespiratory medical devices, all implants, including implantable electronic devices and in vitro diagnostics. At present, 37 companies have been allocated land in this medical device park, and 99 plots are ready for allocation in the second scheme. The government of Uttar Pradesh is committed towards creating a good common infrastructure in this park, which will give a boost to the manufacturing of medical devices in the state. At present, apart from the medical device sector, 155 MOUs worth 16,417 crores have been signed by FSDA department. As per the FDI policy, around 100% foreign direct investment is permissible in the medical device and pharmaceutical sector. Foreign companies, investors are permitted 100% FDI in greenfield projects and 74% FDI in brownfield projects. We strongly exhort entrepreneurs and pharmaceutical companies situated in the state and country to enter into collaborations, joint ventures with foreign companies to bring investment and set up their manufacturing plants in the state of Uttar Pradesh. The state government is committed towards creating a conducive, investor-friendly, entrepreneur-friendly environment in the state, and the pharmaceutical field in our state is untapped, and the avenues and horizon is vast. For business and for growth, this is the opportune moment for an entrepreneur to tap the potential that lies in front of him. Leadership in any field or sector goes to the ones who make use of the opportunities in front of them. The state of Uttar Pradesh is ready and committed towards establishing a strong pharmaceutical industry in the state. We take cognizance of the fact that setting up a manufacturing facility needs significant upfront spending. For this, we have reshaped our pharmaceutical policy and added new incentives to facilitate the sector. Here I will just outline briefly a few points of our policy. There is 100% stamp duty exemption for land purchased to set up a pharmaceutical unit in the state. 100% stamp duty exemption for setting up a private pharmaceutical park, and for units which buy land in these parks, the stamp duty exemption is 50%. The state will facilitate land acquisition to develop private pharmaceutical parks or any big venture, and is also offering an interest subsidy of 50% on the loan taken for 7 years to buy land for setting up of a private pharma park. Capital subsidy to a tune of 15% of the investment value will be provided to develop common infrastructure in the private pharmaceutical park, and a capital subsidy of 15% of the investment value for investment in plant and machinery will be provided. The policy offers incentives for setting up individual units too, and there is an interest subsidy of 50% of the interest amount of loan taken for the procurement of machinery and equipment. To support R&D institutes, capital interest subsidy of 60% for setting up of such a facility, and 75% of the expenses incurred in a clinical trial will be reimbursed, and 100% of the patent filing fees will be reimbursed. Even setting up of common infrastructure facilities like ETP, we have a reimbursement of 50% of annual loan interest on loan taken for 5 years. Quality certification too, we have a reimbursement policy of 75% of cost incurred for ISO certification and 50% of cost incurred for BIS certification. Given the large pool of talent and academic institutes which are situated in the state, we recognize the need of facilitating research and development and increasing the industry-academia collaboration. We propose to provide a subsidy of 50% of project cost for any research conducted by industry in collaboration with government-approved institutes. We also support the setting up of any new research institutes in the state by providing a subsidy of 60% on interest. We further propose to provide incentives of conducting clinical trials, undertaking training of employees and filing of patents, and undertaking national and international quality certifications such as those required for US FSDA, FDA, WHO, EDQM, MHRA, BIS, amongst others. We also recognize how difficult it is for companies to develop manufacturing facilities in a new state for the time, and for this reason, we propose to stand by the investor in the end-to-end process. This would include assistance in land acquisition and getting approvals, NOCs from various government departments. For this, FSDA department has put forth this, that we will designate FSDA officials as nodal officers to assist and facilitate investors in getting approvals and NOCs. We have also created a pharma facilitation cell under the chairmanship of Principal Secretary FSDA that will help with setting up manufacturing units and recommending approval for subsidies. I sincerely hope that all the potential investors, entrepreneurs, make a sincere effort in tapping the benefits and opportunities that the state of Uttar Pradesh offers them, and that they choose our state for their next projects. The Department of FSDA is willing to collaborate with all pharmaceutical companies and all the new investors who are willing to set up their manufacturing units in the state. And we offer all assistance and hand-holding to them. Thank you very much. I would now request Mr. Alok Kumar, Principal Secretary, Planning and Science and Technology, to speak a few words on the Biotech Park and the biotechnology vision. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And yes, Alok ji, 1 minute. We would like to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करते हैं Dr. दया शंकर मिश्रा जी, दयालु, Honorable State Minister of Ayush, Food Safety and Drug Administration, उत्तर प्रदेश. बहुत बहुत स्वागत सर आपका. हम स्वागत करना चाहेंगे श्री जसवंत सिंह सैनी जी का, Honorable State Minister, Parliament Affairs and Industrial Development, उत्तर प्रदेश. Thank you so much for joining in. और हम also स्वागत करना चाहेंगे श्री दुर्गा शंकर मिश्रा जी का, Chief Secretary, Government of Uttar Pradesh. बहुत बहुत स्वागत, अभिनंदन. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I would now request Mr. Alok Kumar ji, who will be talking on the biotechnology. Sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Dignitaries on the dais and all our guests. Ma'am has already deliberated on the pharma policy and the incentives which we offer towards pharmaceutical industries. I would like to talk about 2 more initiatives which the government of UP has been undertaking. One is related to Biotech Park. I don't know how many of you know that we have a fully functional Biotech Park in Lucknow. It was established in year 2002 with the help of Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. And it was supposed to act as an incubator and promote innovation, plus also like develop entrepreneurs in the biotechnology field. Those of you who have visited this, they know that it already has modular labs and other processing facilities. It has 56,000 square feet area which is available for innovators and bio business. Now we want to further scale it up. For this we will be tying up with some of the universities which are already in biotechnology, so that we can provide much better facilities, and we can, so that like more startups and those our young entrepreneurs who are trying to establish themselves in the biotechnology field, they can have testing facilities and other incubation facilities in our biotechnology park. So soon it will be, like right now also it is operational, it has some vacant facilities also, but in the future, in next 1 year or so, we will be expanding our area. Apart from this, there is one more thing which I would like to mention to the distinguished guests. We will also be coming up with biotechnology vision plan. And for this, I have already requested Dr. G.N. Singh sir, who is chairing this committee. And we already have 2 or 3 rounds of stakeholder consultation. We have taken views from industry, academia, and we want to come up with a vision which can be operational for next 5 years. Like the most critical thing should be, how do we attract talent in the biotechnology field? How do we bring them to the biotechnology? How do we make sure that whatever they need, the kind of facilities, the kind of support which is that is provided by government, and plus also we need to identify, it is needed that based on your feedback, we would be identifying our focus area, whether we should focus on clinical trial or agriculture or other things, that we will be finding out, and then we will be coming up with biotechnology mission. So thank you so much for providing me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alok Kumar. And now I request Dr. Rajiv Singh Raghuvanshi ji, Secretary cum Scientific Director, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, Government of India, to share his experience. Sir.
नमस्कार. आदरणीय श्री जसवंत सिंह जी, मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स एंड इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट, उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार. आदरणीय श्री दुर्गा शंकर मिश्रा जी, Honorable State Minister for Ayush, Food Safety and Drug Administration, respected Aparna Ma'am, Secretary, Department of Pharmaceuticals, Government of India, Srimati Anita Singh Ji, GN Singh, Awasthi Saab, Sanjay Ji, and the dignitaries sitting in this hall. At the onset, I would like to thank organizers for inviting me and giving this opportunity to come and talk to the dignitaries from the pharmaceutical and biomedical domain today from this dais. We all know that India has been designated as Pharmacy of World. And this has been done because of our role being played by us in the global supply chain today, supply chain of medicines today. We all also know that as a country, we are third largest by volume and 14th largest by value in terms of production of pharmaceuticals in this country. We have a share of 20% in the global pharmaceutical business. When it comes to API, we are the third largest market of API in the world, and we have 8% share in the global API business. 80% of world's antiretroviral drugs are produced in India. 60% of global vaccine production happens in India. And 20% of world's generic medicines are produced in India. And all this happens because of all of you sitting in this room having played one or the other role to make all this happen. India currently has India as a market. Currently the size is more than 50 billion US dollars. And out of this, 50% is the domestic market and 50% is export market, and this is growing. And the projection is that by 2030, we are going to become $130 billion market, which is double from what we are doing business today as a India in the pharma business. Our exports today, as I said, is around 25 billion. And if you see the way the world pharma business is moving, the current size is about $2 trillion. $2 trillion US dollars is the world's business, current business value. And in next 4 or 5 years, the expectation is that it is going to cross $3 trillion, which would be about double, roughly double of what the value of today. So just to say that the potential of this whole domain of pharmaceutical and healthcare business is going to double in next 5, 6, 7 years. And that's a huge potential for all the people sitting in this room, and certainly for the whole country in the doing business in the pharma domain. The opportunity for pharmaceutical and biotech sector is immense. We as a country have demonstrated that to the world that our capability and capacity is ready to meet all their requirements. During the pandemic, last couple of years, we have demonstrated the working in collaboration between the industry and government. And this has actually become a model for the whole world, that how come so quickly both parties came together for the good of the public health and the issues which we were facing at that point of time as a country. As shown earlier, when I started, that the opportunity in this business is immense. To increase our share in the global market further from where we are today, and to continue our leadership position. We are in a leadership position today, and we want to continue in the leadership position in the future also. And to do all this, the Government of India is putting all the efforts through policy interventions required changes in the government's expectation from the stakeholders of the value chain of pharma business. The Drugs and Cosmetics Act is under amendment. We have come up with a separate medical device rules. The CT rules have been amended. So just to say that everything from government side is being done to support and facilitate the ease of doing business initiative which has been taken by Government of India under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Industry as a whole also has to up the game. The government is doing a lot, but industry also has to up the game. The stakes are high. Currently we are doing good. We may be doing in some sectors very good, but now it's the time that we have to up the game from where we are for the next level. This needs a strategic shift and mindset shift for industry to shift from volume to value. Because the game of volume, which is basically the generic business, is almost saturated now. Now we have to basically shift from volume to value, which would need huge investment in the R&D, the strategy changes, the investments, and for this all, I think industry has to change their strategy from where they were. Some of them have already changed, but largely the whole industry has to shift if we have to compete and move to the next level at the government level. We also have to understand one very important aspect, which is on quality. We have to understand one thing very clearly, that at the core of pharmaceutical business and pharmaceutical business at world level, it is quality, quality and quality, there is nothing else. Unless until we do that quality part correct, we are not going to compete in the world market from where today we are and where we want to move in next 5 years. So the request from this dais, from our side, is certainly to have a relook at the quality policy the companies are following, and try to see how we can improve in a sustainable manner. I would like to end my address today by congratulating the Uttar Pradesh Sarkar, and this initiative which they have taken on the Global Investment Summit is actually part of the whole country's efforts to move to the next level, and for that, under the leadership of Yogi Adityanath ji, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, very good work is being done, and I'm sure people sitting here would come up with a lot of investment in pharmaceutical sector. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajiv Singh Raghuvanshi ji, for sharing your experiences. And now I request Dr. Sanjay Singh ji, CEO Gerowa Biopharmaceuticals Limited, Maharashtra, to come and share his experience and share the knowledge ahead. Sir.
Honorable Minister Saini Saab, Honorable Minister Misra ji, Aparna ji, Anita ji, Avasti ji, and our friends. So thank you for inviting me. I come from Barabanki, and my door-to-door drive from here would be not more than 45 minutes. But still I have a 38-acre campus in Pune, and we have a few campuses outside the country. And we are almost in planning to have a campus in Brazil. But 2 weeks back, I was here, and I had opportunity to meet Honorable Chief Minister. I have 3 points to say from an entrepreneur side. I'm the first generation entrepreneur for the UP. There's a need. I do not know what kind of analysis has been done, but I have done the analysis. 90,000 crore business which is consumed medicine in the country, and 20% is consumed by UP, roughly 20%. So you can imagine the business size. The second is, just now, Honorable Prime Minister has made a decision that they will immunize everyone for every girl for the HPV vaccine to eradicate the cervical cancer. Roughly, if the vaccine costs maybe 300 or 400 rupees, it is going to be $1 billion for UP. So there is a need. But why these industries are not here, why I decided to go and start in Pune? Because there is a need of the ecosystem. We don't need much incentive from the government at all. If you build the ecosystem, we will come here. And my kind of person will take 10% risk further to come here, because I still maintain, Sunny Sahib, everything at home. We have beaten Malihabad in producing mangoes in Barabanki. So we are one of them. We produce the highest quantity and quality of mango after Ambani's in the country and ship only to Jeddah. So basically, I am very much interested. So the first point I said, the need is there, the opportunity is there. Now the second thing comes that this can only happen with political will, and which I have met Honorable Chief Minister in person. And when he said about the $1 trillion economy, so I come from American background, so I understand how many numbers come in $1 trillion economy. So roughly we have to go 4 times more than the national GDP if we have that kind of dream. Here I have a very important point, and I just talked to Aparna ji. She said she was in Naipur today in the early morning. There are 5 companies, and this, Sani Sahab, I have said to Honorable Prime Minister one-to-one, 5 companies, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. 5 companies have market cap of $13 trillion. $13 trillion, 5 companies only. Why we 140 crores are thinking about $5 trillion? Certainly, Prime Minister has given a vision, we will work for that. But achieving $1 trillion economy is not a difficult thing in 5 to 7 years. But how to approach that? Most of our businesses in the country, they are interested in mera pa istemal, tera krosin, mera krosin. We have to go, UP has opportunity to look from a new angle to create a hub for innovation in manufacturing and advanced medicine. I can say because we created the mRNA vaccine only second outside America for this. So we can do it, and we can do it here. So we must focus on the government side, not run-the-mill businesses, innovative businesses. And again, why innovative businesses? I have done my PhD from Central Drug Research Institute here. We have 4 top institutes. We have SGPGI, KGMC, CVMR, everything we are here. So we have the people available. Sorry to say it, don't take it otherwise. 40% of my top leadership is from North. And we don't enjoy it because we will love to be here. It is a nation level, but we love to be here. So this is the second thing I said. So need is there, political will for advanced medicine, not the run-the-mill medicine. Advanced medicine, that will hit the $1 trillion goal. And the third is to create ecosystem. I will personally request we should make a task force where certainly government should be involved, some entrepreneurs should be involved, some educationists should be involved, and that task force should meet every 3 months and decide which path we have to go. Because I am at ITBT Park, it is Information Technology and Biotechnology Park in Pune. It is a 400-acre campus was built, and around me is Wipro, Infosys, Microsoft, Mahindra Tech, TCS. I am the only BT there. Everybody is IT around me. So I will say that there is an opportunity, and incentives are good, but an incentive doesn't drive the business. For example, if UP has to, we have done the calculation, if UP has to immunize all the girls, which is the national program, it will cost 5,000 crores. If we produce this most advanced vaccine for HPV here, Aparna ji, we are thinking we will solve the problem of single-dose mRNA vaccine for HPV. If we produce it, the cost of immunization will be 5,000 crore. If we produce in UP, my request will be we don't need any incentive. We should be given the preference. Once approved by the Office of DCGI, we should be given the preference, and there we should have some markup. And these kind of opportunities are offered to us like entrepreneurs globally. So either you talk about Brazil, if you talk about Colombia, if you talk about Chile, if you talk about Abu Dhabi, so they are offering. So my thing is, it is a very good initiative. I appreciate government. I appreciate the leadership. I appreciate the bureaucracy. It is high time, and we will be very happy to interact, and let's see where we can go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sanjay Singh ji, for the experience and for the suggestions that we could actually develop for the pharmaceutical and biotechnology industry. Now may I request Shri Muneshwar Singh ji, Site General Manager, Teva, to share his experience. Sir.
Respected honorable ministers and all senior executives and officers on the desk. First of all, I would like to thank you to invite me to share my views here on this forum. Teva is a pharmaceutical company and it's a multinational company. This company having the vision that how we can be the world leader in the generic medicines and to improve the life of the patient in the whole globe. Teva is one of the generic leading company. We have our presence in 60 markets all over the globe and 53 manufacturing sites, so that we can manufacture every year more than 76 billion tablet and capsule and supply to the market. Teva is well integrated with the R&D centers, 26 big R&D centers available on the globe and many clinical trial centers. We have the biggest cabinet of medicines all over the world. I can say that more than 3,600 different dosage forms are available in the globe. The Teva is leading in 3 markets, mainly like in US, each means out of 12, 1 prescription is for Teva to the patient. Similar way in the UK, it is 1 in 5, and in Germany it is 1 on 8. We have many other the infrastructure available like the clinical trials, so that we are evaluating, testing and supplying the medicine after full qualification. A good track record is available, and from the API point of view, we have 14 manufacturing companies all over the India. Out of 14, 3 are in India, and we have the 350 API which we are manufacturing all over the world and supplying to the globe. So in totality, Teva is a world leader for the API manufacturing also. Now, in 2003, Teva took over the decision and started the business in Uttar Pradesh, in Gajraula, one district called Amroha, and we invested in totality 1,000 crore approximately in Gajraula, as well as one more site in Noida. So Noida is our R&D center. We have the biggest R&D center. More than 150 scientists are working, who are developing continuously the good product and supplying, means transferring to either Indian sites or out of India. We have the experience because Teva started business from Uttar Pradesh, and now our presence in 6 states in the India. And if we can compare, we have the good advantage in UP that API which we are producing, we are never facing any issue by getting approvals or licenses or any local administration issues. So it's a healthy environment. We are producing our API and exporting. In totality, Teva is producing the product in Goa and Madhya Pradesh and here in UP and supply approximately equivalent to $400 million equivalent. Our export is there to take care for the many of the molecules. Like we have 74 approved molecule for API producing in 3 plants in India and more than 150 dosage forms which are approved and we are producing in Goa and supplying. We have sufficient capacity in Gajraula to produce more than 600 metric ton API every year, although now we are producing only something like between 200 to 250 metric ton, so sufficient capacity is available. We have been provided the help from the government side to maintain zero liquid discharge. We have multiple facilities so that our wastewater is not going out from the site. We are recycling it in our utilities by purifying it up to the desired quality and using in-house. Many other things Teva started for the community, like Defeat NCD project we started, and the business partner through NGO we are doing in 5 states, and Uttar Pradesh is one of the states where we are providing the vaccination for anti-cancer to the girl childs who are really sick and giving the basically the information or awareness on cervical cancer to the community and training the health workers. We started to do the mobile health unit also all over the India, means in the 5 states we started and UP is one of them. So our mobile vehicles, they are going to the villages and below poverty level of the people, below poverty line of the people, we are treating to them and providing medicine help to them. So the 20,000, last year 20,000 beneficiaries were there. And we started for the rural women empowerment project also, and this is a long project. We already implemented in 2 blocks in Amroha district, and through this project we are going to help for the 15,000 women for their self-empowerment and development. From the rural electrical point of view, last year we installed a very big solar plant to a village, donated to a village, and they are maintaining it so that we can provide electricity 24/7 to that village. 210 houses are getting benefit out of this. So what I want to say here to the forum, that UP is a good place to invest. We are working, and I am personally the site general manager of this site since many years. And I am getting the full support from the government, doing many good things for the community. And our main aim is how we can make the life easy in the community and make the improvement in the life of each of the patient available on the globe. So my request, we should invest as much as possible in UP, and this is our commitment that every year we are investing approximately 30 to 40 crore every year to upgrade ourselves, to have the advanced machines, and to provide the support to the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and I would request all the speakers to be on the time. We have the time slot been given to everybody. So ladies and gentlemen, the next speaker, I request Dr. Gyanendra Nath Singh Ji, Advisor to Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Uttar Pradesh, to address the gathering.
मंच पर विराजमान माननीय जसवंत सिंह सैनी जी, पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री मिनिस्टर in UP government, माननीय दयाशंकर मिश्रा जी, जो दयालु जी के नाम से जाने जाते हैं, जिनको जिम्मेदारी आयुष फूड सेफ्टी ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का है, हम सर आपका आभार दोनों लोगों का व्यक्त करते हैं। अपर्णा जी, जो कि एक बहुत ही सकुशल एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर हैं, फार्मास्यूटिकल्स में अभूतपूर्व परिवर्तन लाई हैं मैम। आप उत्तर प्रदेश की धरती पर आई हैं, ये हम लोगों के लिए सौभाग्य है और हम लोग चाहते हैं कि आप एक उत्तर प्रदेश को हब ऑफ फार्मास्यूटिकल्स बनवा दें। आज हमारे बीच में आयुष की जब बात हो रही है तो हम बड़े भाग्यशाली हैं कि श्री अनुराग शर्मा जी, जो एमडी हैं हमारे बैजनाथ के, वो हमारे बीच में पधारे हुए हैं और उन्हीं के प्रयास से कई नई चीज़ें हो रही हैं जिसका हम आगे चल के वर्णन करेंगे। आज बड़ा सौभाग्य की बात है कि हमारे दुर्गा शंकर मिश्र जी, जो कि इस सेक्टर को बहुत ही अच्छी तरह जानते हैं, पहचानते हैं और चाहते हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश भारत में एक अपनी अस्मरणीय स्थान बना पाए, उनका भी हम बाद में जाके स्वागत करेंगे। आज हमारे बीच में अविनाश अवस्थी जी, जो कि हमें हमेशा मार्गदर्शन देते हैं, वो उपस्थित हैं। राजीव रघुवंशी जी, जो यहीं उत्तर प्रदेश के रहने वाले हैं, इंडियन फार्माकोपिया कमीशन में सेक्रेटरी कम साइंटिफिक डायरेक्टर हैं और इन्होंने अपना त्याग करके जब डॉक्टर रेड्डीज लैब से छोड़ के गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में आए, हम इनका भी अभिवादन करते हैं। डॉक्टर संजय सिंह जी, जो कि हमारे बड़े जिनोवा के महानतम एक व्यापारी कहेंगे कि अमेरिका से आके इन्होंने फार्मा सेक्टर में अपना झंडा बुलंद किया है। इनके आने से हम लोग का गौरव बढ़ा है। अनीता सिंह जी, जिनका हमेशा हमें मार्गदर्शन मिलता है फूड सेफ्टी ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में, आप लोग जानते होंगे कि फार्मा पॉलिसी आई है 2018, फिर उसमें अमेंडमेंट्स आए हैं। हम आपको बता के ये गर्व महसूस कर रहे हैं कि भारत में ये पहली फार्मा पॉलिसी है जिसमें सारे इंसेंटिव आपके लिए, ईज़ ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस, जो भी चीज़ आप सोचेंगे उसको पढ़िए एक बार, देखिए कि क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं। हमारे बीच में आज जे.के. वर्मा जी उपस्थित हैं, दुबे जी और कई लोग अलकेम से आए हुए हैं। हमारे आलोक कुमार जी, जो कि हमें हमेशा मार्गदर्शन देते हैं साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी में, वो हमारे बीच उपस्थित हैं। हुमा जी बैठी हुई हैं, हमारे जैन साहब बैठे हुए हैं, मिश्रा जी बैठे हुए हैं। और अमेरिका, वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट, फ्रॉम अमेरिका वी आर हैविंग वेरी great people who are sitting over here, Nandini ji, and we are welcoming all of you who have come and they desire to invest in India. When we were discussing how the things would be moving, the team which she has brought over here, they are going to contribute a lot to this sector. Ladies and gentlemen, only few things I would like to mention here. The 21st century would be derived by the healthcare sector. You would be pleased to know how I am claiming this. आपको ये जान के खुशी होगी, अगर आप देखिए दुनिया के मैप में तो सबसे ज़्यादा जहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है, जहाँ जो खर्चा होता है, वो हमारा फूड और एग्रीकल्चर है। उस पर करीब करीब 12.5 ट्रिलियन US डॉलर पूरे विश्व का खर्चा होता है। इसके जस्ट बाद हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर आता है जिस पे 10.5 ट्रिलियन US डॉलर का खर्चा होता है। इसके बाद आता है हमारी इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी जो 5.3 है, और जो सेक्टर्स हैं ऑटोमोबाइल 2.8 केवल ट्रिलियन US डॉलर की है। आप समझ सकते हैं कि कितनी बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी आपके सामने उपस्थित है। और हम पुनः देख रहे हैं कि कैप्टन ऑफ इंडस्ट्री, कैप्टन ऑफ द एकेडमिक इंस्टीट्यूशन धमन साहब हमारे उपस्थित हैं। सारे लोग देख के हमें क्या ऊर्जा, नाइपर के सराफ जी उपस्थित हैं। आप जितने लोग यहाँ उपस्थित हैं, हमें पूरा भरोसा है कि आने वाले समय में माननीय जोगी जी की जो परिकल्पना है कि उत्तर प्रदेश के हर व्यक्ति के स्वास्थ्य के लिए जो ज़रूरी सेवाएं हैं, चाहे वो हॉस्पिटल की हो, दवा की हो, मेडिकल डिवाइसेस की हो, वैक्सीन की हो या किसी तरह की चीज़ें हों, वो उपलब्ध कराएगी। और हम ये दावे के साथ कर सकते हैं जो उन्होंने प्रोएक्टिव मेजर्स लिया है। जैसे हम लोग मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में जेवर पे 350 एकड़ का एक मेडिटेक फार्मा पार्क ला रहे हैं। वहीं पे 200 एकड़ का फार्मूलेशन, जो अभी हम जापान गए थे, अमेरिका टीम गई हुई थी, अन्य मुल्कों में गई थी, हर व्यक्ति चाहता है कि एक एडवांस हमारे पास फार्मूलेशन यूनिट हो। अपर्णा जी ने बार बार कहा है कि बायोलॉजिक्स में इंडिया बड़ी अभी कमज़ोर है। कैसे हम बायोलॉजिक्स में उत्तर प्रदेश को एक महान प्रदेश बनाएंगे, क्योंकि हमारे पास चार जो हैं वो CSIR की लैब्स इसी लखनऊ में उपस्थित हैं। नाइपर रायबरेली हमारे पास है, IIT कानपुर है, IIT BHU है। हमें लगता है कि असीम संभावनाएं हैं। और अंत में हम यही चीज़ कह के अपनी वाणी को विराम देंगे, क्योंकि टाइम्स अब दिखा रहा है। आप आइए, उत्तर प्रदेश में निवेश करिए, और हम दावे के साथ कह सकते हैं कि हर सुविधा और हर जो चीज़ आपके मस्तिष्क में आएगी कि इसको एक महान प्रदेश, जो उत्तम प्रदेश होने जा रहा है, इट इज़ गोइंग टू सिट ऑन द ड्राइविंग सीट ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी विच हैज़ बीन विजुलाइज्ड बाय आवर ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर। यू कम ज्वाइन अस एंड मेक यूपी ए ग्रेट state as per the envisage and the dream of honorable Chief Minister योगी आदित्यनाथ जी। उनके तरफ से आप सारे लोगों को शुभकामनाएं देके हम अपनी वाणी को विराम देते हैं। नमस्कार।
थैंक यू सो मच डॉक्टर ज्ञानेंद्र नाथ सिंह जी। अब मैं विनती करूंगी श्री अविनाश कुमार अवस्थी जी, एडवाइजर टू ऑनरेबल CM गवर्नमेंट ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश। सर।
मंच पर बैठे हुए हमारे माननीय मंत्री द्वय श्री जसवंत सैनी जी एवं दयाशंकर दयालु जी, मैंने द्वय इसलिए कहा कि ये जो पूरा काम हो रहा है अनीता जी के मार्गदर्शन में, FSDA के माध्यम से फार्मा सेक्टर में, इसमें फार्मा सेक्टर का भी रोल है और इंडस्ट्री का भी रोल है, और दोनों एक ही गाड़ी के पहिए हैं जिनको बहुत तेजी से आगे बढ़ाना है। और मैं आज इस अवसर पर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि संभवतः ये पहला मौका है जब दोनों विभाग के माननीय मंत्रीगण सामने एक ही बिंदु के लिए, एक इनिशिएटिव के लिए एक साथ यहाँ आए हैं। मैडम अपर्णा जी जो दिल्ली से आई हैं और जिन्होंने अभी कल परसों ही हम लोग नोएडा GN सिंह साहब के साथ गए थे, उन्होंने आश्वस्त किया है कि भारत सरकार देश के हर हिस्से में फार्मा सेक्टर को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आगे बढ़ेगा। लेकिन कल जैसा प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि ये जो अगला डेकेड है ये इंडिया का है, और हमारे मुख्यमंत्री जी चाहते हैं कि इंडिया के डेकेड में यूपी का स्थान हो, तो निश्चय ही अपर्णा जी से भी हम लोगों को पूरा सहयोग करने की अपेक्षा यहाँ पर प्रदेश में है। अनीता जी यहाँ पर मंच पर बैठे हम दोनों लोग, GN सिंह साहब और हमने, GN सिंह साहब ने मुझे फार्मा का पाठ पढ़ाया और बताया कि फार्मा में कितना स्कोप है, और तब हम दोनों लोग अनीता जी के पास गए कि हम लोग जो भी जिस भी रूप में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के सलाहकार के रूप में जहां भी पुश अपनी ओर से कर सकते हैं इस काम को आगे बढ़ाएंगे। डॉक्टर राजीव सिंह रघुवंशी जी जिनको जो हमारे एक्सपर्ट हैं, अभी GN सिंह साहब ने उनकी तारीफ की कि आगे भी वो हमारी एक्सपर्टीज़ का, जो अपनी एक्सपर्टीज़ का है, हम लोगों को लाभ देते रहेंगे। श्री मुनेश्वर सिंह जी, और भी हमारे जो एक्सपर्ट डॉक्टर संजय सिंह जी जिन्होंने यहाँ अभी बाराबंकी के रहने वाले हैं, उन्होंने अपना इनिशिएटिव्स के बारे में बताया। डॉक्टर लाल कृष्ण जी जो रामकी से हैं, विशाखा फार्मासिटी से हैं, जिन्होंने अभी हाल में ललितपुर के प्रस्तावित फार्मा पार्क के लिए अपनी जो है एस्टिमेट की, एक प्रिलिमिनरी एस्टिमेट की रिपोर्ट दी है। यहाँ फार्मा सेक्टर से जुड़े हुए सभी हमारे साथीगण, डॉक्टर नंदिनी जी जो विशेष रूप से हम लोग अभी कैलिफोर्निया गए थे और आप बे एरिया काउंसिल से जुड़ी हैं, आपने हमें होस्ट किया था। आज हमको ये सौभाग्य मिल रहा है कि हम आपको होस्ट कर रहे हैं। और विशेष रूप से मैं नाम लेना चाहूँगा हमारे सांसद जी जो झांसी ललितपुर के सांसद हैं, शर्मा साहब, जो निश्चय ही इज द ड्राइविंग फोर्स, जिन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री जी से कहा है कि हमारा फार्मा पार्क जो ललितपुर में प्रस्तावित है उसको हम आगे ले जाएं। हमारे फ्रेंड्स टॉरेंट फार्मा से जिन्होंने बहुत खूबसूरती से अपना रिसर्च, R&D और मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का प्लांट हमें अहमदाबाद में दिखाया है, और यहाँ अन्य साथीगण। मैं बहुत लंबा तो नहीं बोलूँगा, लेकिन केवल 3 चीज़ें कहूँगा। हम लोग टूरिज्म सेक्टर में रहे हैं और कल भी मैंने टूरिज्म के मंच में यहाँ कॉन्फ्रेंस में कहा कि एक चीज हम टूरिज्म में कहते हैं कि यूपी नहीं देखा तो इंडिया नहीं देखा। और मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा यहाँ जितने भी इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी की ओर से आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो कल स्वागत कहा और कहा कि वो हमारे प्रदेश के हैं और हमारे प्रदेश की ओर से सबका स्वागत कर रहे हैं, तो अगर यूपी में इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया तो कहीं भी आपने इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया। तो इस भाव से हम आपको जोड़कर, हाथ पकड़कर, गले लगाकर आपको आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। मुझे बताने में बहुत खुशी है कि जब ये वेन्यू यहाँ तय हो रहा था तो उस वेन्यू को तय करने में हम सबका रोल था। हम लोगों को अंदाजा नहीं था कि कितना बड़ा ये कार्यक्रम होगा। मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि कल जो एक अभूतपूर्व कार्यक्रम जो है इन्वेस्टर समिट की शुरुआत की देखी गई है, जहां माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने शुरुआत में एक लक्ष्य रखा था कि 10 लाख करोड़ के एमओयू साइन होंगे। हमने सोचा कि 10 का 15 हो जाएगा, 20 हो जाएगा, लेकिन अब जो पता चल रहा है कि कल और आज में जुड़ते जुड़ते लगभग 33 लाख करोड़ के एमओयूज हो रहे हैं। निश्चय ही ये जो एक चैलेंज है इसको आगे बढ़ाने में हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी का मार्गदर्शन, मुख्यमंत्री जी की एनर्जी और सभी मिनिस्टर्स की, सभी डिपार्टमेंट्स की जो नई पॉलिसीज 25 आई हैं उसका बहुत फर्क पड़ेगा। फार्मा सेक्टर में बहुत अच्छी पॉलिसी अनीता जी लाई हैं। इस फार्मा सेक्टर की पॉलिसी को जमीनी रूप देने के लिए हम सब लोग तत्पर हैं, आपके साथ में हैं। 2000 एकड़ की सरकारी भूमि ललितपुर में, प्रिस्टीन भूमि जहां पानी भी उपलब्ध है, जहां कहीं एनवायरमेंट के कोई इश्यूज नहीं है। अभी हम एक इन्वेस्टर को, प्रस्तावित इन्वेस्टर्स को भी वहां ले गए थे। डॉक्टर लाल कृष्ण जो एक्सपर्ट है रैमकी की ओर से, वो भी वहां अपनी टीम के साथ गए थे। उसकी प्रारंभिक रिपोर्ट अब हम लोगों ने माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी के समक्ष प्रस्तुत की है। 1560 करोड़ का बेसिक वहां इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, कॉमन ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट आदि आदि आना है। उस पर एक औपचारिक सहमति होनी है। अनौपचारिक सहमति मुख्यमंत्री जी की है कि प्रदेश सरकार अपने फंड से उस प्रोजेक्ट को आगे बढ़ाएगा। भारत सरकार का सहयोग तो लेगा ही लेगा, लेकिन अपना कमिटमेंट देते हुए हम अपने प्रदेश में कम से कम 30 से 50 हजार करोड़ का इन्वेस्टमेंट फार्मा सेक्टर में करेंगे। मुझे कहने में बहुत खुशी है कि बधाई भी देना चाहूँगा कि मुझे बताया गया कि 16 से 20 हजार करोड़ के ऑलरेडी एमओयूज जो है फार्मा सेक्टर में आए हैं। मैं ये भी आपको बताना चाहूँगा, जितने भी मेडिकल डिवाइसेस से जुड़े हुए लोग हैं, कि अभी 3 दिन पहले हम लोग यमुना एक्सप्रेसवे गए थे। वहाँ अरुणवीर सीईओ साहब ने हमें और जीएन सिंह साहब को होस्ट किया था। वहाँ मेडटेक पार्क की जो स्कीम है वो अभी ऑन है। 14 तारीख यानी 2 दिन या 3 दिन बाद उसकी लास्ट डेट है। 33 प्लॉट ऑलरेडी अलॉट हो गए हैं, 99 प्लॉट्स अवेलेबल हैं, उसमें से लगभग 90 एप्लीकेशंस आ गई हैं। तो अभी भी कुछ लोगों को जो यहाँ ऑडियंस में हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स हैं, मेडटेक के एरिया में आगे आना चाहते हैं, इफ यू लाइक यू शुड immediately apply and get some very cheap land which is available almost about 35 to 40 kilometers away from Delhi for the medical technology park. Right next to the park, Mr. Arunveer has, on our recommendation, already accepted a formulation park also of somewhere near 100, minimum of 100 acres to about 200 acres, and that is also something which is going to come out very soon, maybe within a month or two. And we would like all our proposed investors, all those who would like to invest in this area, to please come forth and be ready for taking up new investments in the Yamuna Expressway Authority for formulation. As you all know, we have 2,000 acres available at Lalitpur. Even that will very soon get formalized under the leadership of the industry and the pharma department, and I'm sure large and big investments can be made available on the ground. And वहाँ पर कम से कम 100, 200, 300 एकड़ वाले जो बड़े इंडस्ट्रियल यूनिट्स आने हैं, उनके लिए जो है बहुत अच्छा एक स्कोप होगा। फार्मा के सेक्टर में अभी डॉक्टर संजय सिंह ने बताया कि लगभग 90,000 करोड़ का जो हमारा बिजनेस इंडिया का है, उसमें से 20,000 करोड़ की जो है मेडिसिन और बाकी चीज़ें यूपी में खर्च होती हैं। आप सबको मालूम है कि यूपी की पॉपुलेशन लगभग 25 करोड़ है। It is the 5th largest country in the world. So in the coming times it is this market that will drive you to invest in UP so that you can provide for the large business which is available in our state. I would also like to tell you, because we have been posted all over the state, that Nepal is very close by, and a lot of our medical infrastructure is used by people from Nepal. We can have a lot of exchange with Nepal, so that is also one area which can expand our market. Western Bihar is also associated with Eastern UP. ये भी एक ऐसा एरिया है जो पूरा फार्मा का, जो पूरा मेडिकल सेक्टर है, डिवाइस सेक्टर है, इसको हम लोग आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं. I will just give you a very small personal example. We went to San Francisco and we met an entrepreneur who gifted me those patches for measuring measuring the sugar levels in your body on an online basis. I am a diabetic and I can tell you, वो इतना कॉस्टली इक्विपमेंट है. हमने उनको ये सजेस्ट किया कि क्यों नहीं इस तरह के इक्विपमेंट इंडिया में, यूपी में आप लोग बनाए, तो जिससे कि आगे आने वाले समय में cheaper equipment, high quality equipment, more effective equipment is available in India. So there is a lot of scope for things to happen. I am so very happy that we have a full house here. मैं पुनः कहना चाहूँगा, माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी की ओर से हम उनके साथ काम करने का बहुत क्लोजली मौका मिला है कि इस प्रदेश में जो उनकी पॉलिसी रही है पिछले 5 साल में, जीरो टॉलरेंस टुवर्ड्स क्राइम और क्रिमिनलिटी को जीरो करने का, अब ये मौका है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट और इन्वेस्टमेंट क्लाइमेट को आगे बढ़ाने का. निश्चय ही जो भी यहाँ इन्वेस्टर आएगा, रेड कार्पेट वुड बी गिवन एंड आवर एंटायर स्टेट एंड द स्टेट मशीनरी, right from the ministers down to the lowest rung in the government, will ensure that your investment bears fruit for our state as well as country. We are targeted to become the $1 trillion economy. We are targeted on the national basis to become a $5 trillion economy. With the resolve we saw yesterday of the Honorable Prime Minister and the Chief Minister and all and everyone there, I am sure this will happen. I would once again thank Anita ji and her team, Dinesh Tiwari ji and all others for giving me this chance, and I can assure you that we as partners in progress will do whatever we can and we will ensure success is achieved. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much अवस्थी जी, जो आपने विजन बताया और जो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स आ रही हैं उत्तर प्रदेश में फार्मास्यूटिकल और बायोटेक्नोलॉजी में, ऑलरेडी काफ़ी सारी इन्वेस्टमेंट हुई है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन. और मैं अब विनती करूंगी डॉक्टर पी लाल कृष्णा जी, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर विशाखा फार्मासिटी लिमिटेड, टू कम एंड गिव अ स्मॉल प्रेजेंटेशन. सर.
Respected Minister and other dignitaries on the dais, and very good evening, sir, and of the dais. I am Dr. Lal Krishna. I am the CEO and Managing Director of Vishakha Pharmacity. Earlier it is named as Ramki Pharmacity India Limited. It is a joint venture project between the government of Andhra Pradesh and the Ramki Group. It is 89% by the Ramki Group and 11% by the government of Andhra Pradesh. It is spread in 2,400 acres. We attracted more than 100 pharma companies, and with an investment of 25,000 crores, equal amount of revenue generation is happening there. And we provided the employment to the tune of 32,000 people. Similar kind of projects we are doing in many other places also. One we are doing in Bangladesh, in a 450 acres land, and in Ghana also they are asking us to develop, and in Sri Lanka also they are asking to develop. And now we got an opportunity with the help of Ms. Avasthi ji and Dr. G.N. Singh. So we want to develop the similar kind of project in Lalitpur. This is the global pharma scenario. Because of the shortage of the time, I am running very fast. Indian pharmaceutical industry is targeting $130 billion. Right now we are about $55 billion. Unless government of India and the state governments develop this kind of pharma parks, we cannot achieve another 7 years time $130 billion. This is the present the Indian pharmaceutical in the market, and the Indian bulk drug industry. This is the thing, and the ease of doing business, steps towards the boosting of API industry. because we are the biggest producers of the APIs in the world, and 1/3 of the volumes we are producing in India. More than 10% of the volumes are produced in Visakhapatnam area. That is what the special. 20% is in Hyderabad and 10% is in Visakhapatnam. Coming to the Visakhapatnam Pharma City, this is already explained. It is in a coastal area. And about the group, we are 4 verticals in our group. Basically, Ramki infrastructure. We are the biggest leader in the infrastructure projects like water and wastewater treatment, buildings, then road transport, power lines, all the things. Because of this qualification only, we got awarded this project, actually, around Visakhapatnam Pharma City. And in the waste management also, we are the #1 in India, actually. 70% of the hazardous waste is treating in India by Ramki Group only. And biomedical waste and municipal solid waste and waste to energy plants, biggest plants were set up by the Ramki Group only. In the name of Resustainability, RESL we call. The name of the pharma city is about Jawaharlal Nehru Pharma City. And as I already explained, it's a government of Andhra Pradesh initiative and a PPP model, private-public partnership model. And it is on build basis, build, own and operate. There is no transfer. It is a perpetual contract to the developer. And external infrastructure, because any industrial estate requires external infrastructure. So you should have the road connectivity, we should have the railway connectivity, airport connectivity, port connectivity, all these things. So once these structures are there, then attracting the investment will be very easy. Similar way, our infrastructure, internal infrastructure also we have to set up. So for the Lalitpur, as Avasthiji has already told, 1,550 crores, it is roughly estimated that. It is the physical infrastructure, environmental infrastructure, civil infrastructure, and the social infrastructure. So this is what the investment we make it, actually. And the environmental infrastructure also, then civil infrastructure, then social infrastructure, because housing and other things. In API business, especially bulk drug, this one, the wastewater treatment is the key thing, actually. Unless you treat it properly, we cannot make the success, and the continuous process is required. Continuously we have to take the effluent and treat and serve to all the 100 industries. So we have got the capacity, and we can do our best in India, actually. Either it is a marine outfall or the zero discharge, both we can do that. There is a 13-step process, actually. All these things are doing in Visakhapatnam. Everything is an automatic, this one, control logic, PLC control system. This is the marine outfall. After the treated wastewater, it goes into the sea. This is designed by the National Oceanography, and treatment is done by us, and disposal is done by the state government itself. Hazardous waste management. This is the only one park in India offering integrated environment management services. That means you generate any kind of waste in pharma, we are there to take care, except the biomed, except the radioactive waste. Radioactive waste only Baba Atomic Center only has to do, that only they are doing it. Otherwise, all the other waste, either the cyanide waste or the heavy metal waste, solid waste, liquid waste, solvent waste, any waste you generate it, we are there to take care. This is a secure landfill within the pharma city itself. Being a park operator, compliance is very important. Air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. We comply all the things, actually, with the third-party audits. So, and as a pharma park operator, the green belt, green area, we have to maintain it. Around 17% of the area we maintain as a green belt. And as a social responsible person, we have got a lot of CSR activities also we do. And we have got the fire station, hospital, and everything in one place, police outposts, banks, all the things are external infrastructure is there like that. You see, if you take the 2008, we started with the 5 industries. Right now it is 89 industries are there, and we attracted more than 32,000 people are employed there, and 25,000 crores of investment we brought. So whatever the budget estimates, we cross it. We expected 10,000 crores, but we exceeded 25,000 crores. We expected 25,000 people are the employment, now 32,000. It is a potential to have the 50,000 people employment there. The benefits to the society, it is a 32,000 people, direct employment is there. Indirect employment is normally 4 times it is. Improve the lifestyle by nearby villages, increase the foreign direct investments, and increase the tax collections, and the education, skill, and nearby areas are improved. Major advantage of the JNPC, suppose if you want to set up a pharma industry outside the pharma city and inside the pharma city, what is the difference? The difference is first we have taken the environmental clearance for the entire park so that individual industry they need not to take. So it saves about 2 years time. Apart from that, we invested on the infrastructure part. We give the connecting road, we give the power lines, 11 kV, 33 kV power lines. We give the fire services, health services, water treatment, wastewater treatment, hazardous waste treatment. All things together, it comes about 40% of the project cost in a 10 acres plot area we have taken that. So because of this, a lot of benefits are there. This is the layout. Both we have. These are the achievements are there and a success story. This is a completely success story in the successful pharma park in India, entire India itself. So far it is the biggest park in India. These are the client lists right from Pfizer, Biocon, everybody is there, Mylan. Everybody is having 2 units, 3 units also. Coming to the Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh government is identified a Lalitpur area here. So why not we can take. So we will take up that project under the guidance of the government and we'll do the much better service here. So because of the shorter time, I am running this one. Snatch of that is advantage of Lalitpur. What is the advantage? Because compared to other states, in Uttar Pradesh, one more advantage is there. There is a pharma policy is there. Normally, many states don't have that kind of sector-specific policy, but here the pharma policy also is there, which will benefit to the pharma manufacturers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for a wonderful presentation. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, as Uttar Pradesh is looking for the investors and actually on the path of with a vision to make it as and we're actually having a lot of investors coming in and they're looking for the partners also. So may I please request Mr. Rajiv Srivastavaji, CEO and founder, Engaging Global Cooperation to
Thank you, all the members on the dais. And I first of all thank Madam Anita Singh for allowing me to come and speak to you about our willingness and desire to come to India and set up lab for medical research, especially in the areas of cancer. So we have 5 patents so far, those have been patented in US, Canada, as well as in India. But clinical trial has not been done on human. So our vision is to do clinical trial while we are promoting this product as on the cell product. So basically reduction of pain, the pain management, and also facilitate the reduction in cancer. We are particularly looking for manufacturers who could manufacture our medications, marketing companies who could market our products, as well as clinics and hospitals that would be interested in doing the clinical trials on human. So if any one of those 5 patents are successful, it will be a great success for an Indian research scientist who has more than 350 publications along with these 5 patents. Thank you so much, and I'll be available to speak to anyone who might be interested in.
So we have the opportunity for all the people from the medicine. So if you have someone, you can just meet, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And now
I've been coming here for last 25 years. This is the very first opportunity when you guys have allowed me to come and speak to the audience like this. And
we're glad to have you, sir. Thank you so much. And now, please, everybody, please put your hands together for Ms. S. Aparnaji, Secretary, Pharmaceuticals, Government of India, to address the gathering, sir. Ma'am, may I please request you? Ms. S. Aparnaji, Secretary, Pharmaceuticals, Government of India. It's rightly said, wherever the art of medicine is loved, there's always a love for humanity. And yes, over to ma'am.
नमस्कार आदरणीय मंत्री जी सैनी साहब, आदरणीय मंत्री जी
Mishra Sahib, Sharma Sahib, dignitaries on the dais, investors in the audience, my colleagues from various agencies in Government of India and Government of UP. It's a pleasure to be part of the UP Global Investors Summit. Even though we have been allotted time of 5 minutes each, I think I have 6. I must use a few seconds to convey my heartfelt appreciation for the organization of this event and my appreciation to the entire team of UP State Government. आप सबको अभिनंदन सर, बहुत ही अच्छा कार्यक्रम का आयोजन हुआ है. It is not only in terms of scale and organization, but I also think in the thought that has gone into identifying the sectors that will be prioritized or targeted for ensuring the sustained growth and eventual transformation of the socio-economic landscape of UP State. I am very happy, of course, that one of the chosen sectors is pharmaceuticals and biotech. Dr. Raghuvanshi spoke about the size of the sector. He said, you know, it's more than $50 billion. And as you would be aware, the Government of India has provided an unprecedented budgetary outlay of about 28,000 crores or $4 billion at that time over 5 to 6 years to support domestic manufacturing capacities and also build the necessary infrastructure and ecosystem around this sector. All of you know that we have some import dependence in certain raw materials, and you would be happy that 21 plants for domestic manufacturing of APIs have already been commissioned with a total installed capacity of close to 30,000 crores. Again, this is a resurgence of the bulk drug industry. Similarly, we have about as many plants commissioned for high-end medical devices. So, अब सर देश में MRI coils, LINAC, C-arm, dialyzers, ऐसे high-end medical devices भी बनने लग गए हैं सर. UP already offers the largest, one of the largest markets for the healthcare industry. On the manufacturing side, there are reportedly about 400 units, and the pharma exports from UP alone have been averaging over 1,000 crores over the last 3 years. So this clearly shows that there is a robust manufacturing capability, as already mentioned by Anita Singh ji madam as well as by Mr. Avasthi. There is also progress on developing a new medical device park at Yeida. This is supported by the Government of India, and we are very happy to see the speed with which the Government of UP is supporting this plant. All of you are aware that India is known as the pharmacy of the world, and we have an advantage in generic drugs. What we are now looking for is to transform the pharma sector to capture greater value through innovation. And we are looking to move up the value chain in the entire global stage with a quantum leap towards innovation. And UP, with its avowed commitment to industry-led growth, can take the advantage of this new direction that we are trying to provide for the pharma sector. There are 3 aspects that I will quickly try to mention, which may be helpful both to the state government as well as to investors. One would be a relentless and continuous focus on quality of pharmaceuticals products across the entire supply chain. Many of the units here in UP are of the MSME units, and we have a scheme called the Pharmaceutical Technology Upgradation Assistance Scheme, which can help these units to upgrade to WHO GMP or Schedule M category of manufacturing, and I do believe that this will be critical to ensure sustained growth of the sector. We also have NIPER here. My director, Dr. Shubhini Sroff, is here. NIPER is also ready to provide technical courses for executives and technical manpower of MSc units, MSME units in UP. तो आपके जो MSME units के staff हैं, manpower हैं, उनके लिए technical courses भी हम करवा सकते हैं. I also congratulate Madam Anita Singh on the revised pharma policy. As all of you as investors do understand, incentives provide immediate benefits to attract you here. But over the long term, I do believe that you would find value in focusing on innovation and technology-driven quality assurance. Second, UP has the advantage of a large number of national level research institutions. To mention a few, IIT BHU, IIT Kanpur have biomedical engineering. You have the NIPER here, you have the IITR, toxicology research. There is a center for medicinal plants. There is a center for biomedical research. So large ecosystem exists. So I would request also Secretary Science and Technology, who was here a few minutes ago, to facilitate more academia and industry linkage between pharma sector, biotech sector and research institutions in UP to ensure that investors are able to avail of this talent that is available in UP and ensure that they move into the high-end or high-value products, particularly because most of the growth in the pharmaceutical sector over the next decade or so, 2/3 of the growth will be coming from innovation. And last, I would say we should not lose sight of the patient. तो तीसरा और मेरा सबसे महत्व का जो प्रायोरिटी रहेगा ये रहेगा कि जो भी काम इन्वेस्टर्स करें, रिसर्चर्स करें, साइंटिस्ट करें, हमारे मैनपावर करें, उसमें अंत में जो पेशेंट है उसके हित को रखा जाना चाहिए कि पेशेंट का हित हमारे लिए सर्वोत्तम होना चाहिए। तो इस कारण से जो भी काम इन्वेस्टमेंट के तरफ से या रिसर्च के तरफ से या इनोवेशन के तरफ से होता है उसमें पेशेंट को अच्छी दवाई सस्ती और किफ़ायती दाम पर मिले, ये हम सबका एक संयुक्त संकल्प मेरे हिसाब से रहना चाहिए। वी आर क्वाइट हैप्पी टू कोऑर्डिनेट एंड वर्क विद द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ यूपी and the investors to ensure that we can bring quality, innovation and affordability to this growth journey on which UP has embarked. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Aparna ma'am. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a small video presentation on the industry itself. Have a look at the screens. Video, please.
Welcome to Uttar Pradesh. Indian economy is looked upon as one of the fastest growing large economies reaping high demographic dividend. It continues to be a bright spot in the world with an average GDP growth rate of 7%. The manufacturing sector forms the base of this economic growth and India poises to be a manufacturing hub of global recognition. The Indian pharmaceutical industry is robust and thriving and is currently valued at $50 billion. India's domestic pharmaceutical market stood at $42 billion in 2021 and is likely to reach $65 billion by 2024 and further expand to reach $130 billion by 2030. The Indian pharmaceutical market ranks 3rd in terms of pharmaceutical production by volume and 14th by value. The industry includes a network of 3,000 drug companies and over 10,500 manufacturing units across the country. Riding on improved industrial environment in the state, the Uttar Pradesh government is mulling special incentives for the pharmaceutical industries. Second highest number of US FDA approved facilities. There has been a marked improvement in perception and brand UP in fast gaining credibility among investors. The state is emerging as a top industrial destination with investment-friendly reformative policy approach with sectoral incentives to develop supporting ecosystem for a competitive pharma industry in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is home to prestigious research institutes including CSIR, Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow, Indian Institute of Toxicology Research, IITR, Lucknow, Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, Lucknow, Biological Sciences and Bioengineering Department, IIT Kanpur, Indian Institute of Technology, Banaras Hindu University, IIT BHU, Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, Ghaziabad, National Institute of Biologicals, Noida, among many others. Uttar Pradesh is the country's 4th largest state and the 3rd largest economy. The state is among the top 5 manufacturing states and has 2nd highest number of MSME units. 100% FDI has been allowed through automatic route for greenfield pharmaceuticals projects, and 74% FDI has been allowed through automatic route for brownfield pharma projects, making the most attractive sector for investments. With the highest population, Uttar Pradesh offers the largest consumer base for domestic consumption and is well connected to major ports of India, making it for export-oriented production. Policy aims at interest subsidy, capital subsidy, stamp duty exemption and many more incentives to develop pharma parks. Capital interest incentives, capital subsidies, stamp duty exemption and many other incentives to the individual units. The state offers research and development in new drug discovery, drug testing technology, contract research and manufacturing services, biologics and biosimilars, Ayush and phytomedicine. With new hospitals and nursing houses coming up, manufacturing medical devices in Uttar Pradesh is a promising opportunity for consumption of pharmaceutical and healthcare products. The pharmaceutical business model is witnessing a paradigm shift, moving from a fully integrated company structure towards a future where companies use a wide range of outsourcing, partnership initiatives and other contractual and relationship arrangements. Global pharma players can take advantage of a variety of options to maximize their investment in Uttar Pradesh. As many pharma companies turn to more collaborative business models, Indian companies are likely to play an increasing important partnership role. Uttar Pradesh, New India's growth engine.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. और अब मैं विनती करूंगी हमारे चीफ गेस्ट सेशन के हमारे माननीय मंत्री जी, ऑनरेबल स्टेट मिनिस्टर ऑफ आयुष, फूड सेफ्टी एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन उत्तर प्रदेश, डॉक्टर दया शंकर मिश्रा जी, जिनको हम दयालु के नाम से जानते हैं, उनको मैं मंच पे आमंत्रित करूंगी और उनको हम सबको मार्गदर्शित करें, मैं विनती करूंगी। सर।
आज के इस ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर समिट के इस फार्मास्यूटिकल एंड बायोटेक्नोलॉजी के विधाओं से जुड़े हुए महारथियों के इस सम्मेलन में मंचासीन श्रीमती अनीता सिंह जी, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी फूड एंड सेफ्टी एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, डॉक्टर राजीव सिंह रघुवंशी जी, सेक्रेटरी कम साइंटिफिक डायरेक्टर इंडियन फार्माकोपिया कमीशन गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, डॉक्टर संजय सिंह, सीईओ जेनोवा बायोफार्मास्यूटिकल्स लिमिटेड महाराष्ट्र, श्री मुनेश्वर सिंह जी, साइट जनरल मैनेजर टेवा, डॉक्टर ज्ञानेंद्र नाथ सिंह जी, एडवाइजर टू ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, चीफ मिनिस्टर गवर्नमेंट ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश, मिस एस अपर्णा जी, सेक्रेटरी फार्मास्यूटिकल्स गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, डॉक्टर लाल कृष्ण जी, राजीव जी, डाबर के अधिष्ठाता शर्मा जी जो हमारे सांसद भी हैं, अमेरिका से पधारी डॉक्टर नंदिता जी, इस सभागार में उपस्थित हमारे मंत्री, हमारे साथी, उत्तर प्रदेश में माननीय मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी के सरकार में हमारे सहयोगी माननीय श्री जसवंत सिंह जी, जिनके विचारों को अभी आपको सुनना है, इस सभागार में उपस्थित इस महाकुंभ में, ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर समिट के इस महाकुंभ में अपनी उपस्थिति दर्ज कराने फार्मा सेक्टर के उपस्थित तमाम इस देश के महारथी बंधुओं, आप सभी का दुनिया के इस सबसे बड़े सूबे उत्तर प्रदेश में, जिसके पास 25 करोड़ आबादी, ये उसकी ताकत है, आप सभी का हृदय की गहराई से स्वागत, अभिनंदन और वंदन करता हूं। कल आपने सुना माननीय इस देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी को, जिन्होंने कहा कि वो मुख्य अतिथि तो जरूर है, लेकिन वो इसी उत्तर प्रदेश के बनारस काशी के सांसद हैं। उस नाते उन्होंने कल उस सभागार में आए इस देश के समस्त लोगों का स्वागत किया। मेरी भी वही कहानी है, मैं भी काशी से हूँ, उत्तर प्रदेश में आपकी इस विधा का मंत्री हूँ, तो मुख्य अतिथि के तौर पर नहीं बल्कि उत्तर प्रदेश का निवासी होने के नाते आप सभी का अभिनंदन है, वंदन है। जिस लक्ष्य को लेकर आप सभी यहां आए हैं, इस बदले हुए उत्तर प्रदेश में, अभी हमारे रघुवंशी जी कह रहे थे, कुछ और भी साथी कह रहे थे कि इकोसिस्टम, आज उत्तर प्रदेश बड़े फख्र के साथ हिंदुस्तान में ये कह सकता है कि ये आज वो उत्तर प्रदेश एक्सप्रेसवे का प्रदेश है। हरदम बिजली, एयर कनेक्टिविटी, रोड कनेक्टिविटी, रेलवे का जो फ्रेट कॉरिडोर है, उन दोनों से जुड़ा हुआ यह उत्तर प्रदेश, 5 इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट, जिसमें जेवर का इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट अभी बन रहा है। जितने भी संसाधन, जितनी भी जरूरतें, जितनी भी सुविधाएं, आपने फार्मा की पॉलिसी को देखा सुना, इतनी सुविधाएं, चाहे वो जमीन परचेस करना हो, कभी किसी जमाने में लैंड यूज चेंज कराने के लिए लोगों के पसीने छूट जाते थे, आज सिंगल विंडो ऑपरेशन है आपके लिए, आपकी रजिस्ट्री एग्जम्प्टेड है 100%। सब्सिडी आपने सुन लिया सबके, कि लैंड परचेज करने से लेके बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन से लेके सारे काम करने में हर स्टेज में आपकी जो सब्सिडी है, इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी, वो आपने सुना। ये उत्तर प्रदेश वर्तमान में आपके लिए कोई जैसे कहता हो कि अब पलक पावड़े बिछाकर आपका स्वागत करने के लिए तैयार है। आप सभी जिस तरीके से आपने यहां अपना उत्साह दिखाया, जिस तरीके से आप सभी ने उत्तर प्रदेश के आज इस महाकुंभ में शामिल होने के लिए अपनी उपस्थिति दर्ज कराया है, पूरा उत्तर प्रदेश अपने इस मुख्यमंत्री योगी आदित्यनाथ जी, जिन्होंने जीरो टॉलरेंस की बात किया, जिन्होंने आज गुंडा राज मुक्त उत्तर प्रदेश की बात किया और करके दिखाया, साबित किया। अभी साउथ के कुछ लोग मिले थे, वो मेले में घूम रहे थे, उन्होंने कहा कि अब ये जो उल्टा प्रदेश हम सब कहते थे, अब वो उत्तम है, अति उत्तम बनेगा और एक दिन इस देश में सर्वोत्तम राज्य बनेगा। इसी आशा और विश्वास के साथ हम सभी उम्मीद करते हैं, और आपके मन में जो भी शंकाएं होंगी, जो भी कुछ ऐसे विचार होंगे, जीएन सिंह जी को सुना अभी रोड शो में, हम सभी इन्हीं के साथ हैदराबाद में थे, उत्तर प्रदेश के उप मुख्यमंत्री माननीय ब्रिजेश पाठक जी के साथ। सबसे ज्यादा अगर इंटरेस्ट किसी ने दिखाया तो वो आपकी फार्मा इंडस्ट्री के लोग थे, और जीएन सिंह जी तो लगता है जैसे हिंदुस्तान के किसी कोने में चले जाएं, हम इनको कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी तक लेके कहीं चले जाएंगे, हर व्यक्ति लगता है कि इनसे जुड़ा है और इनको जानता है। इन्होंने जिस तरीके से लोगों ने वहां अपने इंटरेस्ट शो किए, हम सब बहुत अभिभूत हैं आपकी इस उपस्थिति को लेकर, आपके उस प्रतीक्षारत हैं कि आप जब उत्तर प्रदेश के कोने कोने में, अब चाहे वो गौतम बुद्ध नगर का वो यमुना एक्सप्रेसवे के किनारे औद्योगिक विकास प्राधिकरण का पार्क हो, सेक्टर 28 में जो मेडिकल डिवाइस पार्क है, ललितपुर का फार्मा पार्क, आपने जमीन की कोई कमी नहीं, उत्तर प्रदेश में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की कोई कमी नहीं, सुविधाओं का कोई अभाव नहीं, तो मुझको नहीं लगता कि आप उस उत्तर प्रदेश में जो भगवान राम, कृष्ण और भगवान शंकर का प्रदेश है, अद्भुत संभावनाओं का प्रदेश है। यहां की जो हमने जनसंख्या बताया कि आप उत्तर प्रदेश में इंडस्ट्री नहीं लगाएंगे, बल्कि आप दुनिया के तमाम देशों को मिला के एक देश के बराबर की आबादी जिस उत्तर प्रदेश के पास है, वही तो आपको लेबर चाहिए, वही तो आपको वो श्रमिक चाहिए, वही तो आपको वो विशेषज्ञ चाहिए जो आपको इस विधा के लिए जरूरत है। जिसके पास आईआईटी कानपुर, जिसके पास आईआईटी बीएचयू, किंग जॉर्ज मेडिकल कॉलेज लखनऊ, पीजीआई लखनऊ, ये वो सारे संस्थान हैं। एनबीआरआई, सीएसआईआर के आपने उस संस्थान के बारे में देखा, एनबीआरआई नेशनल बॉटनिकल रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट, वो भी यही है इस शहर में, टॉक्सिकोलॉजी का इंस्टीट्यूट। तो मुझको लगता है कि अब जिस इकोसिस्टम और जिस एटमॉस्फेयर की बात हो रही है वो सब कुछ उत्तर प्रदेश में है। उत्तर प्रदेश आपके स्वागत के लिए तैयार है, आप सभी के कदम पड़ेंगे। इसके पहले भी बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री आ चुकी है। अब इस देश का कोई इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट दुनिया के कोने कोने के 16 देशों के 21 बड़े शहरों में रोड शो हुए, उसका रिस्पांस आपके सामने है कि आज 32,97,000 करोड़ रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट उत्तर प्रदेश में आया है। तो ये स्वर्णिम समय है, स्वर्णिम युग है, जब एक ही राज्य के इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री भी हैं और एक ऐसा कर्मयोगी मुख्यमंत्री आपके पास है। तो मुझको लगता है कि अब कुछ भी इफ बट चूंकि परंतु किसी भी इस तरह के विचारों के लिए उत्तर प्रदेश में कोई जगह नहीं है। आप सभी का एक बार फिर से हृदय की गहराई से स्वागत, अभिनंदन और वंदन करते हुए अपनी वाणी को विराम देना चाहता हूं। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मंत्री जी। और जी हाँ, उत्तर प्रदेश नई ऊंचाइयों की ओर अग्रसर है। लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, अब मैं विनती करूंगी हमारे माननीय मंत्री जी, ऑनरेबल स्टेट मिनिस्टर पार्लियामेंट अफेयर एंड इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट उत्तर प्रदेश, जशवंत सिंह सैनी जी, टू एड्रेस द गैदरिंग। सर।
वाराणसी से और काठमांडू तक की दवाई की आपूर्ति गोरखपुर से होती है। ऐसे में इस फील्ड में बहुत कुछ करने की आवश्यकता है। हमें रिसर्च वर्क के साथ ही नए संसाधनों, संस्थानों का निर्माण करना है। देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में निर्णय लिया गया कि दुनिया के मंच पर भारत की प्रतिभा अवश्य दिखाई देगी। नए भारत की तस्वीर हम सब लोग देख रहे हैं। क्या विगत 9 वर्षों में देश में फार्मा सेक्टर में बहुत से नए कार्य हुए। यही कारण है कि आज भारत विश्व के फार्मा बाजार में बड़ी भूमिका में नजर आता है। जब दुनिया आपात काल में जीवन बचाने के लिए जूझ रही थी, तब हम अपने दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व के मार्गदर्शन में पूरे देश में उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री पूज्य जगन्नाथ जी महाराज के दिशा निर्देशन में देश में प्रदेशवासियों का जीवन बचाते हुए भविष्य के लिए योजनाएं बनाने में सक्रिय है। हमारे योजकों ने के मार्गदर्शन में हमने आपदा को अवसर में बदला है। उत्तर प्रदेश में कोरोना काल में आए सभी अप्रवासी श्रमिकों की हमारी सरकार ने स्किल मैपिंग करवाकर श्रमिकों को आपात दूरदर्शी नेतृत्व ने आपदा से उबरने और भविष्य में आर्थिक समृद्धि के लिए बिंदुवार प्लान तैयार किया। आज उत्तर प्रदेश में पर्याप्त लैंड बैंक, बेहतर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, 24 घंटे बिजली, पूर्व की सरकारों में न तो नियत थी और न नीति। आज दूरदर्शी नीति, जनहितैषी और राष्ट्र हितैषी नेतृत्व हमारे पास है। मैं आप सभी लोगों का उत्तर प्रदेश में निवेश के लिए स्वागत करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं। आप सब लोग उत्तर प्रदेश में आइए और जो भी समस्याएं आपके सामने हैं उन समस्याओं का समाधान करते हुए हम और आप मिलकर के इस उत्तर प्रदेश को आगे बढ़ाने में मदद करेंगे। और ये प्रदेश असीम संभावना वाला प्रदेश है। हर प्रकार आज उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर एक अच्छा माहौल पूज्य योगी आदित्यनाथ जी महाराज के नेतृत्व में बना है। कानून की व्यवस्था की स्थिति एकदम मुकम्मल, चलने के लिए अच्छी सड़कें, सर्वाधिक एक्सप्रेस वे वाला कोई राज्य उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर है तो वो उत्तर प्रदेश है। उत्तर प्रदेश में रेल कनेक्टिविटी, रोड कनेक्टिविटी, जल कनेक्टिविटी, हर प्रकार की कनेक्टिविटी और अच्छी सुविधाएं देने के लिए हमारी सरकार ने नीतियों में परिवर्तन किया है। मैं आप सभी लोगों का हार्दिक स्वागत करते हुए आप उत्तर प्रदेश में आइए, निवेश करिए, उत्तर प्रदेश के विकास में सहभागी बनिए। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ मैं आप सभी लोगों का पूरे हार्दिक अभिनंदन स्वागत करते हुए बात समाप्त करता हूं। जय हिंद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मंत्री जी। और मैं अब रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी श्रीमती अनीता सिंह जी, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी फूड सेफ्टी एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डिपार्टमेंट, कमिश्नर FSDA, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ उत्तर प्रदेश, टू फैसिलिटेट द डिग्निटरीज ऑन डायस। मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी आप वन डिस्ट्रिक्ट वन प्रोडक्ट का एक बेहतरीन तोहफा एक ग्रेटिट्यूड के हिसाब से हम उनको देना चाहेंगे। डॉक्टर दयाशंकर मिश्रा जी, दयालु जी को, माननीय मंत्री जी को आप ये स्मॉल टोकन ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड दें। जोरदार तालियां हो जाए। एवरीबॉडी प्लीज लेट्स पुट आवर हैंड्स टुगेदर फॉर डॉक्टर दयाशंकर मिश्रा जी। मैं विनती करूंगी आप गिफ्टे श्री जशवंत सिंह सैनी जी को, ऑनरेबल स्टेट मिनिस्टर पार्लियामेंट अफेयर एंड इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट उत्तर प्रदेश। मैं आपको विनती करूंगी आप गिफ्ट दें मिस S अपर्णा जी को, सेक्रेटरी फार्मास्यूटिकल्स, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया मैम आपका। डॉक्टर ज्ञानेंद्र नाथ सिंह जी, सर, डॉक्टर ज्ञानेंद्र नाथ सिंह जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विथ अस। श्री मुनेश्वर सिंह जी, साइट जनरल मैनेजर टेवा, वेरी वेरी प्लीज टू हैव यू हियर सर। डॉक्टर संजय सिंह, CEO जेनोवा बायोफार्मास्यूटिकल्स लिमिटेड, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर बीइंग विथ अस। डॉक्टर राजीव सिंह रघुवंशी जी, Secretary cum Scientific Director, Indian Pharma Corporation Commission, Government of India, thank you so much. And Dr. P.P. Lal Krishna ji, Managing Director, Vishakha Pharmaceuticals Limited. And I also request if we have Mr. Alok Kumar with us to join us on the stage for the memento. Okay, son. थैंक यू सो मच डिग्निटरीज एंड थैंक यू सो मच मंत्री जी, आपने बहुत कीमती समय दिया और हमारा सेशन बहुत ही खूबसूरत रहा। जोरदार तालियां हो जाए हमारे सारे डिग्निटरीज के लिए। और हमारा नेक्स्ट सेशन जो है वो है अनलॉकिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन डेयरी एंड एनिमल हस्बेंड्री सेक्टर। एज वी आर ऑलरेडी रनिंग शॉर्ट ऑफ टाइम, हम लोग 10 मिनट के अंदर सेशन शुरू करेंगे।
उत्तर प्रदेश पूर्वी भारत का ही नहीं बल्कि पूरे देश का ग्रोथ इंजन बन सकता है।
नए भारत का ग्रोथ इंजन आपके निवेश को देगा दोगुनी रफ्तार। एक्सप्रेसवे का विशाल नेटवर्क और इंटरनेशनल कनेक्टिविटी, अपराध एवं भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ जीरो टॉलरेंस